The Principals Association of St. Lucia is hoping that the CXC Examinations Council could ease up on the deadlines for certain components of the Caribbean Primary Education Exit Assessment (Cpea). The Common Entrance Examinations will be no more come 2022 and will instead be replaced by the Cpea. The module evaluates the literacy levels of primary school leavers and encompasses two components. The external components will be administered by the Caribbean Examinations Council. President of the Principals Association, Valerie St Helen-Henry, says the deadlines for various aspects of the evaluation may be too rigid.
We are usually resilient. We are able to overcome the challenges. However, Cpea is totally different. It's been managed at the CXC level, and that is the downside of the situation that we are in that with the ministry they may be able to change deadlines, but with CXC there's a timeline that you have to submit certain components of Cpea at a certain time, and that is the sad part, that CXC need to come to grips with reality, because we know what has been happening in the region, not only in St. Lucia, and I think they should reconsider some of the deadlines that they have given for some of the components.
Henry believes that the Cpea is the way to go, as common entrance is a thing of the past. She says the Cpea will help students transition to secondary school.
It does not only give the children this one day exposure to determine which school they go to, but as they journey from grade 5 to grade 6, they would need some development in terms of the expressive writing. So you have samples of their writing, expressive writing. We have a book report, their projects, and it also prepares them for secondary school as well, because when they get to the secondary school, we know they are working towards CXC, which has the SBA components and so on. So I think it's a smooth kind of transition. It will do a smooth transition for the girls when they get into secondary school. So they would be accustomed with being tested in terms of using rubrics to you look at their projects, to look at certain aspects of the expressive writing, So as they move into secondary school, it will not be too much of a change for them.
Meanwhile, the Camille Henry Memorial School has assured parents that the institution will be prepared to execute the Cpea next year.
Our students who are going to be going into grade 6, the parents of those students, there isn't a lot of time in terms of what is required for Cpea, but I did reassure our parents just the last week of school that at Camille we will do all in our power to ensure that our students are prepared as best as we can get them prepared for the Cpea.
Students will be assessed on their mathematical, language, civic and scientific skills. The internal element contributes to 40% of students' overall grades and has some 8 activities. It allows educators some level of autonomy to test students within the classroom environment. Gina Filippi, HTS News4orce.